We're holding cat poop.
I'm holding cat poop.
We just left Gilligan on the boat. Gonna have to leave here for 3 days. Makes us super sad. But we're gonna go get on a ferry boat with our car. So we're gonna head back to our other marina that we were at for the last 6 months.
Get our
car, drive it
to Mazatlan, get on a ferry, then come to La Paz, and then drive up.
So yeah, the goal is it's uneventful the next 3 days, but we got to go to an airport. Welcome aboard. We are Pat, Alexa, and the rarely useful Gilligan the Fat Boat Cat. As liveaboards who cruise the seas, keeping a car can be a tricky business. We've had a car in Mexico for the past few years, mostly so that we can get Pat to and from the airport for work. But since we are spending the winter cruising the Sea of Cortez, we need to bring our car across the sea from Puerto Vallarta. But there's no easy way to do that. So in this episode, we fly from Loreto to Los Angeles and back down to Puerto Vallarta. Then we drive 5 hours to Mazatlan, hop on a shipping ferry for a 13-hour ride across the Sea of Cortez to La Paz, and then we have a 5-hour drive up the Baja to finally be reunited with Noeta near Loreto, Mexico. That's a lot of things that need to line up. Wish us luck. Next step of our journey, we made it to Los Angeles. Barely, because our taxi was super late in Loreto. Fortunately, Loreto Airport's small enough that you can be there an hour before and still have time to get a coffee. So now we're at LAX and going.
It is 5:15 in the morning.
It's really early. And now we're flying back to Vallarta, and then friends are picking us up, and then we'll get our car. And so today's, and then. So hopefully today's piece of the puzzle works, because, you know, as we travel, we fly standby. So flight looks okay, but nothing's ever guaranteed this kind of travel. So hopefully.
You're sitting on the seat, the plane's pushing back.
I actually think until it's flying, it's safe. Anyway, next step of this weird Jenga puzzle today. All right, we made it to Puerto Vallarta, got out of the airport, into a friend's car, over to the marina to get our car.
And we got mezcal.
Oh, and we stopped at a wine and liquor store and bought a case of supplies.
Wine and mezcal.
Right. And now we are on the toll road.
Oh, kitty cat.
There's a sign for a jaguar right there, just in case. And so now we have a 5-hour drive to Mazatlan. That's where we're hoping to get to today, and then the ferry tomorrow. So the pieces are still lining up. Don't want to get excited until we're actually at our boat, I think. But
yes.
This is a lot of puzzle pieces that are lining up so far. So now we just have a 5-hour
drive. So green here.
We made it to Mazatlan, and this is typical Mazatlan music. It's a cacophony of instruments, none of them playing the same song. Somehow. There's the Sea of Cortez again. We made it. Getting a little walk before our cruise across the Sea of Cortez. No, gracias. There's the Mazatlan sign. It's a little cloudy and gray out here, but still a nice walk along the Malecon. Pretty sweet.
We used to come here a lot, Alexa especially, over 40 years.
Yeah.
This place has grown like crazy. Like all the hotels and buildings behind us, they weren't here 20 years ago.
Yeah, this is nuts.
It's,
this Malecon was here, and then this castle's always been here. I spent a few disco nights in that castle as a teenager. Pat didn't. Anyway, now we're just waiting for to go over and get on the ferry.
We saw our ferry boat coming in this morning.
Yeah, so we know our ride is here. So just had a little breakfast, and then I don't know what's next. We're gonna just wait around for our ferry boat.
We're gonna lounge.
All right, lounging.
Lounge.
Okay, the first checkpoint, I'm checking a list to see if our name is on it. Lots of trucks. We have our tickets printed out, and then we'll go in and check ourselves in. Okay, so we've passed the first gate. We're waiting to the left of the scales to have somebody else check our ticket.
It's a little bit of organized chaos.
Yeah, some people can only enter with one person in the car. They let us enter with two. Not entirely certain. Either way, he will need to get out of the car when we go on the boat. They've made that very clear. But then we're gonna go to another guy with a clipboard.
Who's right up there?
Who's about 3 spots up, and then we go inside and deal with our personal tickets. Right now we're just dealing with the car's ticket, I think. Maybe. Anyway, we just go where they point us. Alright, so this guy's gonna measure the length of our car and get all of our details and our license plate number, and then I think we go park and then scales. Alright, so it's changed since 2 years ago when we did this. Used to be you had to go in and get a physical ticket, but now your QR code that you print out is fine. So we've just switched spots. Pat has to go to a passenger spot so he can walk on the ship, and I am in a line of cars waiting to board. I think they just kind of squeeze the cars in between the trucks because this is really a ferry meant for truckers. And with the extra space, they let cars and passengers squeeze in. So it's chaotic, but it's a well-run machine still. I mean, they definitely have a system, but we're still 3 hours before takeoff, so we have lots of time. So I might be waiting here for a while. Pat can walk on board in about 45 minutes, so he has to just go wait. And then he and I will meet up somewhere on board. Okay, now I'm at like a military checkpoint. They're having folks get out of their cars, and they have a dog doing some sniffing. So, narcotics probably. But, so we're gonna let the dog go through the car. You might smell the cat. That's about it. All right, doing dog checks. Big boats going on. And car checks. That's where it gets a little chaotic. We're loading the boat. It said follow the blue truck, so I'm following the blue truck. And last time I had to back into this, and it was a little bit hectic. This time I get to go forwards, which means when we get to the other side I might have to back out, but let's see. I'm just following everybody else, but all right. It's not as bad as last time. I had to like back down a super steep ramp. All right, getting on to the boat, going up the hill. All right. Matt's texting me, but I'm driving on a boat right now, so I'm not gonna text him back. Oh, I'm gonna be top shelf, which means my car is gonna get really dirty. But maybe a wash. There's a little bit of rain. Let's see what happens here. All right, I'm gonna pull forward and then back down the lane, I think. Let's see. I'm gonna be able to see my car from the deck, maybe. Aquí. Al otro. Ah, lo siento. Okay. Lo siento, ya voy. Ok. ¿Entre estos dos? Ok. Más para atrás. ¿Sí? Más. Más para afuera. Ok. Okay, now I need all my stuff. Oh my god, a little bit stressful. Okay, let's go. Alright, got the car. It's parked. Top shelf, we'll be able to see it if we can get up there. ¿Para dónde vamos?
Para acá, mire. ¿Lleva su boleto?
Ah, sí, tengo.
¿Le puso freno de mano,
No.
Por favor.
Ajá.
¿Pone freno de mano, jefe?
Parking brake.
Gracias.
Ok.
¿Le puso freno de mano?
¿A este lado aquí?
Acá. Ahorita le checan su boletito y ya le
Sí,
dicen para dónde.
muy bien, gracias.
Que vaya muy bien.
Gracias. Okay. So I just have to have my ticket. I did have to go back and put my parking brake on. And now I'll go see if Pat's on. He wasn't supposed to board for another 15 minutes. We'll see. No, los animales. That's for the pets. Sí.
¿Lo va?
Oh, big, good.
Sí, aquí. El vehículo quedó en la cubierta 4, mañana van a vocear operadores de nivel 4, es cuando ven por su vehículo. Ahorita pasa de recepción, la puertita azul, la mano izquierda está recepción.
Muy bien, gracias. Oh, this is actually much nicer than the last boat we were on. Yeah. Pat is on. Let's go see.
Hola,
Hola, ¿cómo está?
buenas tardes.
¿Qué necesito?
¿Trae servicio de cabina?
Sí, tengo una cabina.
Alexa.
Sí, y mi esposo viene, pero
Ok.
no sé si está.
Todavía tarda.
Okidoki.
La 226. Alexa, perdón, y Patrick.
Sí.
Ok. Es la cabina número 226.
Okidoki.
Está por la puerta abierta.
Ujú.
Subes escaleras, mano izquierda.
Ok.
Te entrego tu llave.
Muy bien.
Esta hay que entregarla mañana por la mañana.
Ok.
6 de la mañana estamos llegando.
Ok. Entonces, aquí.
Sí.
¿Qué más?
El servicio de alimentos incluido de 2 a 4 de la tarde hoy, acá.
Ok. Ok, muy bien. ¿Y tiene desayuno? No, desayuno no.
Desayuno no, solo
¿Café?
café y pan.
Ok, café es lo que necesitamos. Y yo puedo subir y cuando mi esposo viene,
Ya puede pasar
encuentro.
con usted, ya no es necesario que se regrese.
Ok, muy bien, gracias. Oh my gosh, look at this room. This is really nice. That was easy. I got my room. Let's go see what 226 looks like. That's an 8. She said 226. That says the Cabo Suite. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, this is such a nice room for a ferry. Holy crap. What? And there's snacks. Okay, switching cameras, hold on. Okay, literally just came in the room, and this is such a nice ferry boat room. The last one we had was pretty gross, and got full bathroom. Dude, I could take a tub. Got a shower, we got towels. Okay, this might be my favorite part. We have snacks. There's a fridge. Look at that, there's even things in the fridge. There's no window, but that's okay. But look, got a big old TV. Holy cow. Well, okay, I'm pleased with this. This is good. Okay, that's our room right there. I am really impressed with this Cabo Star boat. It's clean, it's new. Obviously the rooms are giant. If we want to look out, we can come down here and look out. Now up here it says VIP salon, so I wonder what that is. I should go take a look. So we could watch a movie. There's snacks. What? Coffee. So this is the VIP salon. Wonder if they're reserved for people. Either way, oh, there's Wi-Fi. Connect to Be Free. Okay. There's also these sleeping pods, which would be nice. Lockers. And then there's the VIP lounge. So these are called resting capsules. Yeah, it says you do have to pay to use those. Okay, now I'm just walking around the second level, seeing what else there is out here. There's the anchorage behind me. I probably know some people in that anchorage. We've not anchored there before, but we will. Pat's still not on board yet. All right, so they are still loading vehicles down there. I found Pat, so that's good. It is loud out here, but for the most part, process mostly smooth.
For me, a little, I don't know, could have been organized a little better. They had all these queues for different colored tickets.
Checkpoints.
Didn't mean anything. I had to show my boarding pass to like 4 different people.
We're on the boat. That's
We're
the
on
good
the
thing.
boat,
That's
so-
the good thing. We have a really nice room. Food is served here shortly.
Looks really nice.
Yeah, and they're gonna. It's not a Nordhavn, but they're gonna finish loading. These guys are pretty good at loading this this boat. But it's windy, a little drizzly. And how did the weather look? Did you check?
Not look bad.
All right.
A little wind here. We get offshore and then it dies down. So.
Because we're checking the weather for the captain in case he asks us.
Yeah.
All right, didn't expect this. Totally didn't expect this up at top level. Just walked up here. We got music, we got a bar. Yeah. The other one didn't listen.
No. It was pretty sparse compared to this.
Yeah, it definitely didn't cater to tourists. And this one actually is really nice.
All right, it's I don't know what time is it here. 5:49. The ferry's approaching La Paz. We're gonna disembark here in a little bit. Alexa's driving the car just because they're Spanish, and none of the guys working the boat speak English. So I'm just gonna leisurely walk off the boat and wait for her. Just got my morning coffee and took a shower. And that's it. Everybody's kind of queuing up around here. And waiting to get off the boat.
Just like that, tying it up. So that truck is going to pull the line to the far creek. Okay, so they board the cars by group numbers. I'm group number 4, so they're letting groups 1, 2, and 3 go down, and we're just waiting for my group to be called so that we can go. It's pretty organized. We got singers behind us. Heading out with group 4, past all the trucks, to my little car that's tucked in here. And hopefully we'll be getting off this boat. Buenos días, permiso. Unlocking all these trucks. Buenos días, perritos. Hi, we're in the car. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I just got off the boat. I walked off, and now I get to wait for Alexa. She's in the car, and she hasn't gotten off the boat yet. There's a couple things she has to process out, like they sprayed the bottom of the car, and then figured out we'll meet somewhere. Last time I had to go out, wait on the road, so looks like they built it up quite a bit, so we'll see. This is La Paz, little, I forget what they call this port. It's kind of the north side of La Paz. There's the boat. It's a very nice boat, a lot nicer than the last one. So I think I'm getting whistled at. These guys get kind of weird about this stuff, so I gotta keep moving.
So they're trying to get everyone out. But this bug here doesn't have a driver. Gracias. All right. Got out around him. All right. Driving up. Piece of cake. Driving off. There was one car that didn't have a driver, so everyone was kind of trying to inch around it. But I got out. There'll be a few checkpoints on the way out. People will probably want to see some IDs. Last time they had to spray under the car for bugs or something, so we'll see if that's the case. For now, I just follow directions. Oh, back on the Baja. Boom. This is the end of a very complicated journey. Between getting the boat over here, getting ourselves back to where the car was, getting the car over here, this now kind of feels like, okay, now we're home for the next 6 months on the Baja. Big long line of people. I think Pat might be in that. They're not opening the gate yet. That's funny. There's a big long line of people. I think Pat might be in that. They're not opening the gate yet. That's funny. Thing is, the car's not sure why, but. Alright. Important thing is, checkpoints. The car's here. Here. Another checkpoint. Another dog. Take this seriously, which is good. Hola, buenos días.
Hola, buenos días, señorita.
¿Cómo está?
¿Es de usted el vehículo?
Sí.
¿La placa se la sabe?
RJM. Sí, yo sé. Pero está en mi papel.
Bien. ¿De dónde viene, joven?
Vengo de Puerto Vallarta. Estoy yendo a Loreto.
¿Su nombre?
Alexa.
Trae puro equipaje.
Ah, solo mochila. Sí.
Listo, que le vaya bien. que tenga
Ok,
bonito día.
gracias. All right, so at that last checkpoint, they just asked me if it was my car. It is. Where I came from and what I was carrying and where I was going. So that's about it. Then another checkpoint right after that, but he just told me to keep going straight. I think this next one is an agricultural one and it's another long line. So getting off the boat. So we docked a little over an hour ago. Getting off the boat does take some time, but Mexico, patience. Okay, now we're going to the agricultural spraying for bugs, I think. Hola, buenos días.
Hola, buenos días.
¿Cuánto sale para
Se le cobran 30 pesos.
30? Vamos a ver si tengo 30 pesos to get the agricultural spray. That said, just say no, but gracias.
Muy amable, buen día. Felices fiestas.
Gracias, igual. Well, that was nice. So he sprayed for bugs, and it cost 30 pesos, which is about $1.50. And he told me to have a happy holiday season. So that was nice. But I'm still in a line, so we'll see. All right, just waiting in line to get out. Overall, great experience. Just had the drug sniffing dog and the wand under the car. But super simple, a little chaotic if you don't speak Spanish, but follow the people is kind of what you do. At about 5:30 this morning, they do an announcement to make sure everybody's awake and moving. And they've got coffee and rolls and stuff downstairs. And then you just wait for if you're in a car, you wait for your group number to be called. Otherwise, like Pat, they just kind of corralled them out and walked them all out. He was in a line, but apparently most people were waiting for suitcases and stuff. So he is out now. Most people don't speak a whole lot of English. There are a handful that do. But I think if you just kind of follow the crowd and ask people if you're not sure. But if you want to get on the ferry and come across to the Baja or from the Baja to Mazatlan, this is a great way to do it. Gracias. Wait, I was wrong. One more checkpoint. I don't know what this one's for. Let's see. Buenos días, ¿cómo está?
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
¿Dónde viene?
Vengo de Puerto Vallarta.
Vallarta, ¿se dirige?
¿Mande?
¿Dónde se dirige?
Estoy yendo a Loreto.
Correcto. ¿Está en la Guardia de Ciudad, por favor, de este lado?
Ok, a la derecha. Okidoki. Just asked where I came from and where I was going. And said, go see these guys. So, we'll see. Hola, buenos días. ¿Cómo están? Hablo español, está bien. Tiene miedo. Mande.
¿Hablamos inglés?
Sí, si quieren, podemos.
Bueno, ¿es ventana trasera?
¿Mande?
La ventana.
La ventana va por ahí está.
¿De dónde viene, disculpe?
Vengo de Puerto Vallarta. Sí, estoy yendo a Loreto. Alright, so I just got charged the port fee. And 241 pesos. And then I think I'm out. I think this is it. So 241 pesos is about $12. So. Ok, muy bien.
Muchas gracias. Que tengan
¿Salgo
buen día.
por aquí?
Por aquí sí.
Ok,
Muy bien,
gracias. Igual. Okay. I'm out. I just need to go find Pat.
What are you doing?
I'm walking around La Paz waiting for restaurants to open for breakfast.
Yeah, they don't open till 8, so we're walking on the Melicon right now.
That means we got the car off the
We're,
in La Paz.
we're in La Paz, so that's pretty cool. This is La Paz Bay. So the ferry was way over there. So we've driven in, there's Palmetto, Way over there is Costa Baja. This is the Melicon. Get a chance, come to La Paz. It's a cool little town, not heavy tourism. Yeah, we dig it here.
We're home, babe. We made it.
Yay!
3 days of crazy travel, and we are back at the marina. So happy.
Yay! Yes, that was a long 3 days.
I wasn't sure we were going to get here.
I was, just not an all in one piece.
Yeah. All right, guys, don't forget, like, hype, subscribe, do all the things, and have a wonderful day.
Thanks. Bye.